Welcome to another edition of My Life with FinTech. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Gaman Kithsiri. He is the head of ICT at the Ideal Group. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Okay, well, let's just jump straight in because I know you've got a busy day ahead of you. Tell us, when you heard about the curfew being imposed, and it was very apparent that the COVID-19 was serious and it was coming to Sri Lanka, tell us, what was your initial response? How did it make you feel?
Yes, the initial response was I didn't care much about the risk of this virus, because I thought it can be a normal virus like in the past. But hearing all over the news came from all over the world, we realized the danger, and Sri Lanka, government and all the community got panic, and people got realized the danger, and suddenly government enforced the curfew. Then only we realized the danger of the virus. So that's what happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So, having been on lockdown for almost 2 months,
2 months.
in your case, professionally and personally, how would you say it impacted your life?
Of course, yes. And both professionally and personally affected seriously. If you look at professionally, so it has not affected my job so far, but I'm worried about the future. As a professional, professional now, if you look at the professional approach and the way of work has been significantly changed since the release, the curfew, and the lockdown.
Right.
But personally, I'm worried about the income I used to generate, and educations and all these, personal lifestyle has been changed significantly. Not like the other days, you spend a lot of time with the people, the community, and your colleagues. That has significantly changed, and both ways has affected seriously.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Do you feel that the statistics show that we've actually dealt with the situation comparatively well? When you look at the numbers overseas, I'm sure you're grateful to be in Sri Lanka right now.
Definitely, yes. Government has done a tremendous job on this pandemic period and on this period, basically, yes.
Yeah. So just tell us, like, when it came to being the head of ICT at the Ideal Group, a lot of focus was probably put towards you to come up with a solution. What was that like for you? Because I know that you had looked at digitalization before COVID hit. I'm sure you were feeling good about the decision to move forward with every solution that you looked at. What was that transition like, getting everybody on board as quickly as you needed to? Was it challenging to do that?
Yes, it was a challenging task for me, basically, because we were not prepared initially this type of lockdown or curfew period, because suddenly management has decided to certain people from work remotely, basically work from home. So I had a challenge of organizing facilities, ITC facilities for them to work remotely. And also I had another biggest challenge, keep the corporate systems and infrastructure running, for them to work remotely. So that was the biggest challenge I faced, because I had to run around to get all these passes to access the office, not daily, frequently. But that was the biggest challenge. We managed to arrange all these. Now we have given facilities, connectivities, all these remote devices for them to work. Now, of course, yes, as I said initially, we had a bit of a time, with the team and the systems. Now we have sorted out.
Wonderful. So there is a rumor that there will be a second wave, and certain projections predict December, September, some say. Would you say that, looking at the future, that the Ideal Group will be fully equipped to accommodate and adapt to a situation similar to what we've just experienced? Are you now in a good position?
Yes, of course, of course. I'm happy to tell you that we have done all these arrangements, and we have spoken to staff that can be work from home. So we have given all this equipment and services, all this necessary arrangement. We have done it, and management has given me a full responsibility to go
Mm-hmm.
ahead with whatever arrangements. So that is fantastic. We are ready to,
That's really good.
yes.
Yeah. I suppose that training your staff during this season now, where things have calmed down, or I don't know if they've actually calmed down, but at least people are being let back out into society. During this season, I'm sure training your staff will be a priority, so they are well versed in what they need to do, and be able to carry the load from home should a second wave
Yes,
hit.
yes, yes.
That will be a priority, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we definitely are excited for you that you were able to keep the company afloat, and a big congratulations to you for your efforts and your successes in terms of watching the Ideal Group survive over the last 2 months
Yes.
and do as well as you have done. Congratulations to you. Back at home, I'm sure the family was happy to have you. How did you divide up your time and space? Was that challenging to have your home and work come together?
Of course, for me, of course, not really, because I used to work from home as an head of IT and group CIO. I used to work
Oh,
from
right.
home, and what I
Okay.
realize is basically work from home is, perform particular tasks much more easier than in the office, because when you are working on a particular task in office, I get so many disturbance. I'm working with about 20 people,
Sure.
IT staff, but
Yeah.
at home, and you can really focus on one job and complete. That's what I realized during this lockdown period,
Okay.
basically. And when you
Uh-huh.
start a similar job in office, you get so many disturbance. You have to suddenly stop this and attend to another priority job. You won't be able to complete within at least 2 days. So that's what I realized.
That's so true.
Yes,
Interesting perspective. That's the first time anyone said that, actually.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
that's
realized that.
actually very true. You have control over who disturbs you and who doesn't, I
Yeah, yeah.
suppose. Unless you
But
have little
at,
kids.
at,
Then,
at at my residence, my wife also, she was a professional, but she now left and she's on his own. She's having a personal a business, but
right.
she is looking after all these affairs because I'm free to do whatever at home. So that's what I,
Fantastic. The
yes,
ideal situation.
yes, yes, yes.
Well,
Ideal
thank you.
situation for ideal group.
There you go. That could be your next slogan. Mr. Gaman, I really appreciate your time and thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your experience over the last 2 months. Congratulations again to you and the Ideal Group for being able to sustain over the last 2 months. And I'm sure we'll be touching base in a few months just to see how things are going, if that's okay with you. Love to be able to catch up with you. If that's all right,
Okay.
would you be happy to come back on the show?
Yes, of course, sir. Thank you. Thank you for taking for this
Fantastic.
session. Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Have a
no,
time with
our
me. Yeah,
pleasure.
okay. Okay. Good. Goodbye. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Be safe.
Thank
Thank you very much.
thank you. Thank you. Bye.